G.
Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this conversation are Trisha Ghoshal, Snehashish Mukherjee, and Ishan Shahane. We are looking at the fifth match of the Women's Premier League 2024, and today the Royal Challengers Bangalore will be facing Gujarat Giants. Royal Challengers Bangalore are coming off of a win, so they're going to draw a lot of confidence from that. Plus the home crowd. Let's not forget the wild crowds that turn up for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, especially Smriti Mandhana, the skipper. Trisha, RCB. First of all, let's talk about the crowds that are turning up because it's been very heartening to see. So many people show up to watch a women's Premier League match in Bangalore. It might not have happened at any other venue, but Bangalore has not disappointed.
Absolutely. I think somebody was saying that the opening ceremony actually had lesser number of viewers than the matches, and that too on a non RCB day. It is fascinating. I think Gargi, you were the one saying, right, that it's a non RCB match day, and the
Yes.
turnout is fascinating. So the crowd actually is loving it. And of course, when you're there, you can hear them chant RCB in random matches and at random points of time. Like there is nothing related to RCB happening, no nothing, and suddenly they go like RCB. So it's a. I mean, to be very honest, the crowd will be an extra factor. Could also be a little bit of pressure for Mandana and Co. Especially considering their men counterpart have done fabulously in IPL and not won a single trophy. So maybe that pressure as a franchise, because they have a lot of followers, as a franchisee, probably that bit of pressure it will be there on RCB. But otherwise, the crowd is fab.
Snehashish, in the last match that RCB had versus UP Warriors, you saw a good performance from the RCB, especially the batting lineup. Richa Ghosh, she's been a phenomenal find for Indian cricket as well. She had a knock of 62 runs in the last match off of 37 balls. I mean, talk about that strike rate, right?
Yes, absolutely. And me and Trishadi had a discussion earlier also that Richa Ghosh is a
You have
complete
all
power.
the discussion.
Yes, we always have discussion with
We
Trishadi and
discussed during the match. You are too late, Gargi. Like we discussed
yes,
right at that time.
during the match. So we are having that discussion that Richa Ghosh is a complete power hitter that you need. And I think in the last live also we are discussing that you have to use Richa Ghosh earlier in the batting lineup. And that's the good thing that RCB have done in the first match, that they have used Richa Ghosh in, like, I think she came in fourth, right? In fourth position she came for the fourth
Yeah.
wicket, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think.
So if you use such a power hitter in number four, then you give that player some time to get settled and then go for the big shots. Because when you give less overs to such kind of players, then you are expecting that player to go and start from the first ball itself. But that is not an easy task for any player, and that will result more failures than success. So I think this is the best number for Richa Ghosh, and I think if Richa Ghosh and Rishabh, with the potential Rishabh has, I think in this season Rishabh can manage many such innings for RCB. And even in recent times for India, I have seen her playing such knocks in every format, like in T20 and even the ODI especially.
Yeah, just to add, I think what Snehashi said is actually reflected. Her innings can be divided into two halves, where she was
Yes,
20 of 18 balls. And then
yes,
the next 18 balls, she scored 42. So
yes,
that's what she needed, those 18 balls, like those 18 balls, 20, to reach that 62 ball, to score 42 of 18. So every single match, you cannot just expect her to come and score that 42 of 18. To get the 42 of 18 out of her, you have to give her 18 more balls. That's the point that Snehashish and I had discussed.
Okay, and we have the toss update. RCB has won the toss and chose to bowl first. So Trisha very disappointed over there because it seems like whoever wins the toss in Chinnaswamy has won so far. I mean, fair enough because you get to chase. Ishant, what do you think? Can the tables be turned around in this match? Can the you know can the bowling first sorry the bowling second team win this match?
To be honest, I think it's possible because but both sides are balanced. But I have to say that the RCB team also has a really strong bowling lineup. Renuka Singh is someone that I've closely watched, and she's a really good opening bowler, Gagi. So she's someone who really hits the deck hard and hits the wickets. So it's going to be an interesting battle. And they also have Katie Cross. So Katie Cross as well has gotten a lot of wickets in the international format. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see. But on paper, the RCB side looks stronger. So I think they'll take the momentum forward in this game, and depending on that, the eventual final result can be decided. But I think the RCB team at the moment looks much stronger.
Trisha, continuing on RCB discussion that we were having, Sabineni Meghna has been another find in the last game as well, half century and a brilliant one for what it is. Talk about her and what you've seen from her so far.
I think I had found that an interesting prospect in New Zealand itself just before the 2022 World Cup. And then I thought there was a little bit of a technical issue in her batting, which actually led to her downfall in WPL last year. Um, and Gigi did not retain her. So Gigi let her go. And for her, I think it would be an extra motivation to probably prove the franchisee wrong. Though it's something that it's a very personal thing for a player, that what, you let me go but I was good, that sort of a thing. What I saw of Meghna, again, Meghna took some time to settle in and then went for her shots, which kind of is what should be the norm in the wickets that we have seen so far. I have not seen the pitch yet, but the wickets we have seen so far, Gargi, you said a stat at the about the toss, that whoever has won the toss has fielded first, like has chased, and has won as well. Apart from RCB, they defended by 2 runs. But to be honest, I think the problem is when you bat first in a small ground like Chinnaswamy, in your head, because the ground is small, you are thinking we need to get 160, we need to get 170. But honestly, these pitches, again, I repeat myself, I don't know if a new strip will be used today, but the strips that we have seen so far, they have been slow, and hence 140 should be enough. We do not need to go for a 160, 170. So what is eventually happening is every single team in their quest to that 160, 170 is ending up well short in 120s, 130s, and even then the matches are becoming interesting. So think when you aim for a 140 and probably reach a 140, it would be a tough target to close out. And as far as Meghna is concerned, at number 3, initially, she's an opener. So at number 3, it's almost the same role in T20s. But also, I think it will be interesting to see that how flexible is the RCB batting order, because it's full of stars. So it is very difficult to, kind of put them up and down, because Gigi has that advantage. Gigi has almost no Indian star as such. So you can
Yeah.
go up and ask a Veda Krishnamurti to open the batting, who, by the way, will also have home support because she is from Bangalore itself. But from the cricketing side, you can also ask a Hurleen that, you open and let Veda, because none of them are the stars who will go and tell you that, no, I'm not going to change my batting order. So it's there. And Meghna, again, as I said already, that Meghna at number 3 is almost the same role as opener. But yeah, if the power play is over, I don't know if or maybe 10 overs are over, I don't think they will send Meghna.
And Shobana Asha, okay, who's given everyone a lot of Asha after her bowling spell in
And
the
a lot of
last
joy.
one. Sorry, and a lot of
And
joy
a
as
lot of
well,
joy.
yes. Because 5 wickets, giving away 22 runs while bowling 4 overs. Snehashish, what were you thinking when you were watching her? Considering that she isn't a young player, okay? She's, I think, almost 30 years old, and she's found her spotlight this late in her career.
Exactly, when she is still uncapped player, as I saw. And yesterday I was very impressed with her bowling because of the variation. one wicket she took with a straight delivery. Like she didn't, yeah, it was a straight delivery, and I think it was some bold. I forgot the batter who got bold, but she got that bold. So that was an excellent delivery, and the variations were very good. And the main thing is that the other batters tried to, smashed her for a four or six, but in the next two deliveries, she made a strong comeback. So that speaks a lot of volume, like what the character she is. And she kind of reminded me the Yuji Chahal of RCB. We have seen we have seen even the Chahal doing this kind of stuff, picking up three, four, five wickets, match in, match out for RCB. Because we know how much tough is as a bowler in Chinnaswamy, because the boundary are small and the deck is, you can say it's flat, it's the most flat deck in the India view maybe. So even whatever the target is chaseable. Still, while you are defending, you taking five wickets and bowling such quality bowling for for 4 overs. That is a very good sign for RCB, and I think if she continues to perform like this, that will be good for RCB. And always, as Trisha, they will be, everyone should will believe that bowlers win your tournaments, batters win your matches, bowlers win your tournament. So for a
Wow.
bowler like, so if she continues to, I think that will be very beneficial for RCB.
Yes, and Nishan, we have to talk about RCB skipper Smriti Mandana because
Hmm.
she's scoring. Okay, she's it's not like she's not scoring, but she hasn't had a memorable knock in a lot of matches. I believe I don't remember any such outstanding knock of hers since the past. I don't know how many matches. This is an opportunity for her to grab that limelight right now.
100% Gagi, and I think it's coming really soon because I have to mention that I've covered women's cricket in the recent past, and whenever I've seen her bat, she's looked so good, but unfortunately, she's just not been able to capitalize and convert that into a big one. So she has all the potential. She's already a superstar. We all know that. So it's only about time that I think she gets a big one in, and I think it's coming really soon. If someone's looking good, it's probably just a mental block where she's not able to go past a certain run mark, which is a problem that can be solved with time. So obviously she is the captain, she'll be leading by the front, and no better opportunity to do that in the WPL. So I think it's going to come really soon, and I think just her class is just above so many players, Gagi. So I think I think give her a lot of credit for that. She's just so elegant with the shot making that she has. Those cover drives, straight drives. So I feel that it's going to come really soon, and I think we can expect a big one maybe tonight. Who knows?
Okay, and Trisha, we
Not
Gujarat Giants.
tonight, and not
Sorry.
tonight. Some other night. Not tonight.
No. I said maybe tonight. So
But
Yeah.
the
So
Gujarat Giant fans have finally, gone through that first match scare because last time around it wasn't that great because Beth Mooney, the skipper, got injured. But now that we're finally going to see her throughout the tournament, what are you looking forward to, watching her as a captain?
I think to bat out the overs, just stick to the responsibility that she has for the Australian team. She comes to open the batting and then she continues till the 10th, 12th over. By the time she gets out, the team is already halfway there, and in a solid position. So I'm looking forward to that. That's one. And B, I think last game there were portions in which I thought she was not proactive as a captain, probably reactive. Uh, I would want someone like a Sneh Rana to keep talking to her, because Sneh Rana will know the domestic bowlers better. Like, for example, a Tanuja Kanwar, you cannot expect Beth Muni to know a lot about Tanuja. Because of course they have not played a lot together, and practice sessions, Galgi practice and nets and match simulations and a match are like acres away from each other, right? So the match situations, how to handle the bowlers, I think this will all start coming in, and Veda and Sneer should play more important roles in the leadership. But Muni, I would say, I would actually, if I had to speak to Beth Muni, I would directly say just follow the Australian team blueprint. Your, as Beth Muni's role is what I'm saying. You know and we would be fine. Gujarat would be just fine.
It seems like there's a big turnout today as well because Beth Mooney in the pre-match or during the
Couldn't
toss
hear.
said that it's not often that we get to play in front of crowds like this. Sorry?
I thought
She
Beth
said that.
done anything like Smriti could in the last day.
But good sign for women's cricket, and both the teams are unchanged as well. So we're going with the same squad that we saw last time around. But when we talk about Snehashish Gujarat Giants, in the last match we saw two all-rounders stepping up. One was Tanuja Kanwar, 28 runs, and then going ahead and taking two wickets as well. That is some good performance from Tanuja.
Yeah, absolutely. When you want to win a tournament like IPL or WPL, you have to see whether your Indian core players performing or not, because that is very vital. Because you have only four or maximum five, foreign players, so they will perform. One day off can go for each any player. That is not a problem. But foreign players will come and play at any one match or two match is okay. But the rest seven or six Indian players you have to have three or four players performing every day. So only by that performance you can win those matches. And if you see in IPL, whoever won the most of titles like Chennai and Mumbai, why they have won? Because their four Indian players have won. Why RCB have not won any IPL, even having so more stars in their team, because the core Indian team is not there. Every time they lack that part in auction. So I think it is very vital for any team to have performing Indian players at any position, whether it is bowling or batting, and that will help any team to go all the way to the final and win the trophy. And that is why it is a good sign for Gigi that a young player like Hard that perform in the first match itself.
And when we look at the last match, Ishan, of Gujarat Giants, you saw that there wasn't a big difference, a big margin when it comes to the win. RCB only won by 2 runs. Where do you think Gujarat Giants went wrong, apart from Deepti Sharma batting at number 7, of course?
Uh,
Oh,
UP played RCB.
sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. But
Gujarat
you saw that the
Gujarat
every
played
time.
uh,
against Mumbai.
Yes.
Yeah.
hmm.
Gujarat played Mumbai, right? Sorry, I completely got them confused. But let's talk about another player who stepped up in the last match, Catherine Emma Bryce, 25 runs and then going ahead with one wicket as well. So these are the kind of all-rounders that Gujarat Giants have. They're sitting on a lot of potential. It's just about that squad clicking one day and then it all being over for the rest of the teams.
Yes, Kagi, I think you're so right there because overall it's a team effort. So you want everyone to come together and work as a team. And like Snehashish mentioned, you want your Indian core to also perform because the WPL is for everybody, but you want your Indian talent as well to especially shine on a platform like this because this is where the Indian national selectors can actually pick our girls and make them play for the national side. So I think the overall team contribution has to be top notch, and if they do that, I think any team can really compete very well. I don't. So we've discussed in the past as well. It's never been about just one player. The RCB team might look really strong on paper, but if none of those players can perform on the given day, and if the Gujarat Titans teams comes together and performs all together, or they'll obviously be the better side on that given day. So I think it's about working together the team and collaborating ways and techniques that you can possibly win a match. I think it's also important to learn to outthink your opposition. So I think it's very possible that any team can do well if they just come together.
And let's just touch upon the fact that Mithali Raj is in that dugout, and she's a legend of the game. How do you think it makes a difference from the rest of the team to have Mithali Raj as your mentor, Trisha?
You're asking me
Good.
to talk about Mithali Raj. You got to be kidding
Yes.
me. Well,
Are
I
we
think
going to be here all day?
yeah, exactly. I think to have someone like Mithali Raj, it can be both. It can be amazing, it can be daunting, it can be scary, as well as it is one of the best things that has happened to you. I was talking to one of the players who had gone to a GG trial. And she was like, the moment Mithali Raj walked out, everybody was standing there waiting for the nets to begin or something to happen, and somebody was asked to pad up or some sort of a thing. And then Mithali came out, and they were like, the aura that she brings, you want to
Yeah.
learn from her, you want to talk to her, you are scared of her, you have butterflies in your stomach because she's Mithali Raj. It's a huge name when it comes to women's cricket. And then when she comes and talks to you, you are suddenly like, wow, what just happened? She's just like us. So Mithali in fact, Gujarat Giants social media team has started covering the whole interaction. But I think what it in general does is, those game situations which become tricky because all of them are cricketers and most of them have been in the cricketing circuit for quite a long time. Say for example, a Veda is not new to cricket, so it's not like the technicalities which matter. But when you have someone who has over 2 decades of experience, what you get to know is during the crunch situations of the matches, this is how we can deal with that crisis situation. You will see, especially, I think that is where these strategic timeouts are extremely interesting and important both. So yeah, I think having someone like Mithali is one of the best things that can happen to all the newcomers as well. Say a Priya Mishra. I'm forgetting the name of the pacer. Uh, she came in for a replacement for Kashvi Gautam. So I think all of them, Saima, Saima,
Wait,
yes,
it's at the tip of my tongue.
it's Saima, right?
No, 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 no. Gosh.
No, Saima is
Anyways, you
new.
continue.
Yeah, anyway, so for all of them, I think to get to speak
Kylie
to her, to
Sathare.
know, right. So get to speak to her, get to play a better game. And who better can you have in the team than the person who has been there, done it, and done it as if it's just a piece of cake.
Trisha, sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. I saw your Instagram story with Mithali Raj. So I think it's only apt if you can tell us all that story because even I really want to know, and I think all our viewers will also want to know about your throwdown experience with her.
Yeah, I think that is when I had first. So I was the local manager for for the zonal tournament, like one of the local managers, and thankfully, because I had an umpiring project, I could be free the last day of the players coming in, and the only team that was coming on the last day was Central Zone. So
Okay.
thankfully, I was made the local manager of Central Zone, and who else was the captain but Mithali Raj. So we have actually shift the match. This is taken in Kalyani. The picture that I have put up in my Insta story, that has been taken in Kalyani, because we had to shift the match. I think there was a Ranji Trophy match or something, and we went there. Everybody was busy practicing in Central Zone, and suddenly Mithali, with a bag of balls and with her bat, she's looking here and there for someone, and I was just seeing what's happening, and suddenly like, Trisha, can you give me some throwdowns? Like, if you don't mind. And the way she said, if you don't mind, I was like, you can just say, give me throwdowns. I will run and do it. Why this? And
Yeah.
then suddenly, it is every pacer, like not only pacers, I think every bowler's dream to bowl
Yeah.
to her. But when you
Mhm.
actually have to do that, so it was throwdowns. I didn't even need to bowl to her. And I'm suddenly like, okay, she's Mithali Raj. Where do I bowl? Like, I really want to, you always want to impress the people who have
Yes.
inspired. I wanted her to know that, I'm the best. And turns out I was the worst, because I kept throwing balls here and there. And Ishan, the best part was, not even once did she flinch. She didn't say anything. And when one round of throwdowns were done, I I went to pick up the balls, and she said, "Hold on a second. Why are you picking up the ball? You are the local manager. I'm the player here. I will do it, and I am knocking, so I will be picking it up." She picked it up, and then I was like, "I'm so sorry that I am actually nervous. I cannot throw properly."
Hmm.
And she was like, if you're a bowler, do you tell the batter where will you bowl? You don't, right? So you just throw, I will manage. And well,
That's so sweet.
Exactly, it was sweet. It was encouraging. I think the session continued for some more time, and then Poonam
Yes.
Yadav came. So yeah,
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. And
sure.
quickly, Snehashish, who do you predict is going to win tonight?
Gigi, when I'm on the show, you don't.
Snehashish, come on.
I think Ishadin will not like it, but I think RCB will win today.
Okay, Ishan?
Let me just go with Gigi and play it safe. Gigi.
Stand good.
No, but my gut also says GG. So let's just see what happens tonight.
Three for Gigi, one for RCB. Sneha, she's not
Okay.
here.
Sneha a little loyal to RCB, it looks like. But we'll be back at the end of the show with the update to what's gone down with the match. Till then, stay tuned to Red Sports.